States of emergency have been declared along the Atlantic coast of the southeastern.
Imagine a force strong enough to snap hundreds of telephone poles like matchsticks. A car driving at full speed is not powerful enough to cause that kind of damage. Such was the force of Category 5 Hurricane Dorian when it made landfall. Entire neighborhoods obliterated. Among the ruins, many palm trees of the Bahamas still stood, strong and proud. What bends does not break. The enduring spirit of the Bahamian people. A force of nature more powerful than the storm. Bahamas Strong.
As Hurricane Dorian is now a Category 4 storm, packing maximum sustained wind speeds of over 150 miles per hour.
Abaconians and Grand Bahamians were torn apart by this hurricane. Water tables were flooded. 3,000 telephone poles alone in Abaco were literally destroyed.
We were there and we were tracking the storm, and we really didn't think anything of it in the beginning. Like, it was tracking to be a tropical storm, and then it went from a 3 to 5 very quickly.
You know, in years past, we've had some bad hurricanes, and evacuations in churches were more than enough. And this is the first time in a long time that a hurricane has caused the loss of Bahamian life.
In many ways, some of the most beautiful places in this world have become indicators of things to come. And we have to be very, very observant, very careful of that. Living at a beach in Malibu, living at a beach in the Bahamas, you are extremely aware about climate change.
The impact of weather, I think, is affecting more and more people globally.
We see the problem is there, and so it's a global issue that we all need to address. And it's not just affecting coastal areas or island nations, whatever, it's affecting us all.
Marcus Nispel, who directed the piece, has a house in Exuma, and we were introduced by a mutual friend across social media about a year ago. And he recognized that I was from Harbor Island and asked a lot of Bahamian-centric questions. But when Hurricane Dorian hit, he came up with the concept of delivering a PSA that offered a sense of optimism to people around the world who weren't perhaps savvy to the fact that the Bahamas is not just Nassau and Atlantis, not just Abaco, not just Freeport, but it's really a country of 700 islands and 3,000 keys.
So I was there, yes, with Marcus and everyone else in there shooting the miniature elements, and basically just to make sure that I was going to be able to assemble them all into a workable composite.
My job is to create a soundtrack which is part fictional and part real. What I mean by that is made up almost musical tones, and then using actual storms of hurricanes and winds and rain and destruction. And
so I decided to reach out to Kareem and help us with shooting a Bahamian palm tree, which is ostensibly half of the spot. And it was a difficult thing to pull off because it required drones. It required matching to digital media that was being done in California. And it required communication.
Most of the spot is going to be in miniatures and digital, but we need a proud Bahamian palm. You think you can help me with this?
You know, what I can do is I can get Lance to come over, and we can go scouting for some trees, and we can shoot a couple of some royal Bahamian palm trees for you, because there's plentiful around here. Yeah, so we'll find the right one.
Wow, I heard about Lance. He's like world known. He's Bahamian, but working abroad and everything. I think he'd be great for this.
Lance knows was the drone operator on this project, and we were like in the middle of nowhere, like FaceTiming with Marcus as we were shooting the palm tree that you'd see in the ad. So I was pretty amazed that we had, coverage in the middle of the bush.
2 days after the hurricane hit those islands, communication in those islands was up again. That's pretty outstanding. I think that's almost a documentary in itself. The concentrated effort, not just of putting a 30-second or a 60-second commercial together, but to put an island nation back together with communication at its center. I wanted to tell a story with telephone poles that snap, but then also talk about the Bahamian spirit and make a point that the palm tree stood, because what bends does not break.
It's important to know the people there, how strong they are, how resilient they are.
We want to reiterate the message that the Bahamas is open for business.
The Bahamian spirit is one of resilience, one of telling our stories, one of like being the light, the candle in the darkness. Our spirit is one that cannot be broken.
We're blessed, and that kind of spirit makes us understand, I hope, how absolutely brilliant we are and how also powerful we are. My name is Pamela Poitier, participated in the voiceover with the voiceover for the PSA, and I'd love to invite the world to come to the Bahamas.
My name is Emmanuel Humes. I'm on my way to the Bahamas, and I hope to see you down there.
My name is Kimberly King Burns. I am the executive producer of this piece, and I look forward to seeing you in Dunmore Town.
My name is Reinhard Danke. I'm the writer for this PSA, and I encourage everybody to come to the Bahamas. They're rebuilding, and it's better than it's ever been.
I'm Tim Eilers, and I did the visual effects and compositing, putting all the pieces together. And I just want to encourage everybody to think about the impact that you're having on the global environment, and recognize that what's happening to the people in the Bahamas can happen anywhere.
My name is David Auerbach. I'm a cameraman, and please do come and visit the Bahamas. It's a beautiful place, and you will enjoy it tremendously.
So I'm Stephen Dewey, I'm a sound designer, and I've worked on this PSA, and I hope that it inspires you to come to the Bahamas. Maybe I'll see you there. I can't wait to be back there myself.
Hi, my name is Kareem Watermore. I work second unit on this PSA, and I would like to let the world know that the Bahamas is open for business.
My name is Marcus. I directed this PSA. I want people to give. But most importantly, I want people to come. Come to the Bahamas.